Welcome back to the Fourth Inning Podcast channel to another episode of Outside the Box, the series where we talk about and rank things that aren't necessarily related to sports. I'm Josh, joined by my friends Blake, Tristan, and Matt, and today we're going to be ranking our top 5 Halloween costumes. Just to be clear, these are not costumes that we have worn, although they can be. These are just Halloween costumes in general. Today, I'm going to let Blake start us up with number 5.
Ooh, Blake.
Yes, I'm going to start it off. My number 5 is the Grim Reaper, a.k.a. Death. You know, just a pretty easy costume.
We don't like death, though.
We don't like death.
No. It scares me.
Yeah, it scares most people, I think. And it ranks highly because it's don't really need to go out and buy a costume necessarily because you could just wear a robe, black robe, hood up, and then you just need the scythe. Scythe, right?
Scythe.
Yeah. And then, Matt, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is actually the same. It is actually the Grim Reaper. It's a pretty obviously simple costume. It's able to pull it off well. This is the only costume on my list that I have not worn. I think it is definitely on my list for the trick or treating go around for the next few years.
On a more positive note here, my number 5 is actually Thomas the Train.
Yeah.
This is something I wasn't. This is the definition of a Halloween classic. I know many people that have dressed up as Thomas the Train.
I don't.
I do actually.
I actually think I have before.
Yeah, see,
as a child,
I have multiple times.
I'd have to see this.
I know multiple people that have Thomas the Train. It's a classic. I have it at number 5. Tristan, what is your number 5?
My number 5, I'm going plain zombie. I did it before.
Just plain
zombie? Just like a zombie. Just dress up
like a plain zombie.
Yeah, plain zombie.
Okay.
It's nothing special, but
yeah.
Yes.
We understand.
Okay, my number 4 is a more recent costume. It's the blow-up dinosaur. It's become a meme of the Halloween days.
We see those a lot more in school now.
Yeah, I see them a lot now. And,
see them in school.
Yeah, and they are quite humorous because they are much too large for the person wearing them. Yeah, and so Matt, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually my most recent Halloween costume I've worn. It is a Disco Man, 1970s disco with the...
I think I remember that.
Yes, I wore that at the Halloween baseball game last year.
If
anyone remembers that, then that's a little nugget for you could say. But I think it's really fun to pull off. It's a good character to get into if you can say so, and I think it'll really make you get some good candy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are giving different candy to the better costumes.
Yes.
You think so?
I have before. When I've passed out candy, I have.
Okay.
The king size bars.
You save those for the best costumes.
Yes. We don't get king size bars. No kids deserve king size bars. It's not good for the childhood obesity, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a fair point.
It's a fair point. My number 4, I have a minion from Despicable Me.
Which one?
Whether we're going to roll with a purple minion, the evil minion, or a yellow minion.
Like Jerry or
could be
Steve.
Jerry or Steve or a Bob or a... I don't know.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin's a classic.
Kevin is a classic.
Kevin's a classic.
Dressing up as
Kevin's the best
classic Kevin minion for Halloween is always an option to go to. That's why I have it at number 4 on my list.
At number 4, I'm going to go with the blow-up dino.
Thank you.
Another new costume that has been big is like the alien that like holds the person, like the fake person. You've seen
That's
those.
kind of
those
the
are
same
also
idea.
concept of the blow-up
things.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're both blow-up.
That's all right. Moving into the top 3. At number 3, I'm going to kick it off with a ninja. I have personally worn this.
Ninja the gamer?
What? No. Absolutely
streamer.
not. Absolutely not.
Oh, sorry, the
This is the
streamer.
ninja.
Come
This
on
is
now.
the ninja.
Streamer.
This is the ninja with the swords and the star and ninja stars. And I've personally worn this once, I think, and possibly twice. And it's an absolute classic. And that's why it's at number 3. Matt, what about you?
I believe my number 3 is my first Halloween costume I ever wore in my life. It has a special place in my heart, and it's still hanging up in my closet in my bedroom. It is Mr. Incredible. I really think with my muscular build that I really felt the costume well. I think it's it really is an eye catcher, especially with those the muscle suit, you could say.
I would say you're more of a
What are you gonna say now, Blake?
what? What's her name? The Miss Incredible. What's her name?
I don't know.
Elastigirl?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're more of an Elastigirl.
I'm not Elastigirl. I'm Mr. Incredible.
Flag.
But that's beyond the point. I think it's a really good movie, and I think it's a good Halloween costume to wear for all ages, actually, kids and adults. Josh, what's your number 3?
Yeah, on the same concept of a kids movie, my number 3 is Woody from Toy Story. This is classic. You'll see a lot of kids wear this, especially with the Toy Story 4 coming out. about a year and a half ago. Still relevant, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
for some of those kids.
Very relevant.
Very good movie.
Yeah, very good movie. You don't think so, Blake?
Well, we won't get into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That's why I have Woody at 3. Tristan,
And-
what's your number 3?
and number 3, I'm gonna go Darth Vader.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know. Like Blake and Matt, I think they just put down. Oh, I will not say that yet because they haven't said it.
Spoiler
But
alert.
I did a specific character from the movie, and I have. It's a pretty good costume. I had like the actual mask, and
Scary.
it made
It's very
it
scary.
made the breathing noise.
Did it?
That's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I guess you could say
Wow.
that's incredible.
That's incredible. Wow. Oh my. Oh man.
That deserves.
Matt, you got another
that
joke?
deserves,
That
I
deserves.
3 out of-
sadly do
I'll
not.
give you an
I did,
8 out of 10.
Because the funniest joke was just told.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I rang the bell. Or
Yes.
that's why the bell was rang.
Yes,
I
it is.
You didn't
say
ring it.
Damn,
It
Josh,
rings on its
what
own.
the heck?
It rings on
Shit.
its own. Whenever a funny joke happens.
It's got ears. It's got ears.
Yes, it really does.
All right, back to it. And my number 2, as Tristan was saying, I have Star Wars. It's a little more broad. So this is any Star Wars character from Darth Vader, Chewbacca,
You
or
dressed
one
up
of
as
the.
all of them?
Chewbacca?
You dressed up as-
Chewbacca. Who's Chewbacca?
Oh, sorry,
Eric,
Chewbacca.
You dressed up as all of them?
I want to be
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
I wanna be
Anything,
Chewbacca
anything.
for
Okay,
Halloween.
okay, Matt,
I
what's
think,
your number 2?
I
What's
think
your
you
number
combine Luke
Wait.
Skywalker and Chewbacca.
Blake, Blake, did you dress up as anyone from Star Wars?
2? Not that I'm aware of.
You dressed up as the Star Wars, like the words.
The words. The title slide.
The title slide.
My number 2 is actually the same. It is
Love to
Star
hear it.
Wars, and I didn't specify a specific costume. You could say because it could be
There's a lot of them.
it could be a family event. I know.
Yeah.
I think one year my dad dressed up as Darth Vader and I dressed up as Luke Skywalker. So that bit of
Aww.
that bit
Wow,
So
that
sweet.
is
We
so
love you, Doug.
cute.
that bit of contrast really.
Love you, Doug.
It really. It's Blake. We love to see that our podcast members support our family and all of our supporters. Is that why you should like and subscribe all our videos? But I'll get back to it. It's a really
Yes,
good,
it is why you should subscribe.
It's a really good family costume and a great idea for some good families who are into great movies and great costumes.
My number 2, something I have not worn yet, but it's something maybe I might have to bring it out in the future. I got a secret service agent.
Ooh, mysterious.
This is something you could dress up as a group thing. You could do it with a group of 5, you could say, for you guys being the agents and
What-
one of them being El
Why
Prez.
not a group of 4 for the 4th podcast?
Ye-
Not
yeah.
5, 4.
You know, you could do a group of 4, 3
Okay.
secret service agents and 1 president, obviously. So something that would look pretty cool with the glasses and the suit.
Yes,
That'd be
I
pretty
think
sweet.
it's a
And-
very clean.
In the
crisp
earpiece.
look.
The earpiece.
And the earpiece, yes.
Can't
It
forget
is a
that.
crisp look. That's why I have it number 2. Something I might have to pull out in the future.
Number 2, I'm going with Batman.
Batman.
Who's Batbag?
Batbag. Who's Batbag? Yeah.
I don't know who Batbag is.
I dressed
gotta
up
dress
as
up as a
Batman,
baseball
I
bat.
think, like 2 or 3 times. It's just
Batbag.
I am a Batbag.
a guy goes around just throwing bags at people and stuff.
Your arms are baseball bats. Batbag.
That's a lot of power.
Batbag.
That's a lot of pop.
Power.
That's a lot of pop.
All right.
Blake, what's your
Let's
number
finish.
1?
My number 1 is a skeleton, arguably the most
From
classic.
Fortnite?
No, just a skeleton. Just a skeleton.
Not Fortnite.
Skull Trooper.
Not from Fortnite.
It's maybe one of the most classic costumes, and it's my number 1. Matt, what's your number 1?
My number 1 actually accompanies Josh's number 2 very well, as I picked President Trump. It's a very unique look. We can say that. I don't want to get political on either side, but I think it's hard to deny that he's a very unique looking person. And
We could say that.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
a
a
look.
good. That's a good way. To
I
say
think
it.
it's a look with his toned skin. You could say people would say it's orange. I think it's a really funny look to pull off with the comb over hair too.
Alrighty, my number 1 is actually something that I might bring out this year. I want
Another one.
Maybe
Another
something-
one.
Something I still have not done yet, but I might bring it out sometime soon. I got a blind referee.
That's humorous. That's
A
humorous.
blind
funny.
referee,
That is-
something you can use.
Aw,
Was it-
classic.
Is it called the blind person stick? No, like
Blind,
seriously.
yes.
It's called blind. I think it's called a cane. It's called a cane.
No,
Oh,
that's
a
not a
cane.
cane.
I
A
think
cane
it
is
is
to help
no.
you
Or it's
walk.
like a walking stick.
No,
It's
I
like a
think I
walking
think it's
stick.
called a cane.
A walking cane.
Or
It's
Something
not
like
blind.
No,
a
it's
blind
not. I don't
cane.
think it's not called a cane.
I
Blind
just
cane.
know it's something with a really simple name. That's why I said blind person.
Might be
blind
walking
stick. A
stick.
blind
It might
stick.
be walking stick.
Yeah, that makes.
Who knows? You get the point. Pull that off with the glasses and obviously the stripes like the referees wear. That is a great look, especially if you have some friends that are into sports like these
Like
fourth,
us.
like these fourth inning podcast kids right here.
These 4 friends who love talked about sports.
Yes, Tristan. What is your number one?
At number 1, I am going with my personal favorite, Luke Skywalker. Another
Yes.
Star Wars. I dressed up as him not a couple years ago. I don't know, but I had a
In
little
Michigan.
Yeah,
In Michigan.
I had
we
a-
wouldn't know.
I had
wouldn't
a,
know.
I had a little
They got
Yoda
something
on my
different up
back.
there.
It was kind of scary. The stuffed Yoda that came with the costume. It
Really?
was quite frightening.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's,
When
I
I
have
think of
nightmares.
Yoda, I think of a really like comforting, nurturing character, but it's weird to see that some.
Can you give
companies
us your best Yoda impression right now?
will- No,
Come on.
Josh, you
the
want to give us
fans
the
want to
Yoda
hear it.
impression?
The fans want to hear it.
I'm.
I hear them
blanking
calling.
Right now.
They want it. They just whisper in my
calling?
ear. They're calling. They're calling in.
Do the outro.
Calling they are.
Do the outro. Do the outro and the Yoda.
One,
the Yoda
one
voice.
love for sports. 4 friends are talking about.
Oh no.
No,
That doesn't work.
Oh no. Oh no.
Young Padawan has much to learn. But with that will wrap up this episode of Outside the Box. We hope you enjoyed this one, and we hope you like, subscribe, comment, follow all of our social medias, and remember to get 4% better every day. See ya.
Happy Halloween.